They say a woman's mind is the true spark of desire. Touch her thoughts before her skin, and you'll have her heart before her body. As Marcus Aurelius said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If you can inspire the right thoughts, everything else follows. Imagine this. You're not even touching her, yet she feels drawn to you. That's no accident. That's the art of anticipation. Too many men rush, missing the beauty of building tension. In Stoicism, we learn patience is power. Desire grows. Strongest not in the moment of taking, but in the space before it. First, create anticipation. Women live in the theater of the mind. Simple note, I can't stop thinking about last night, can spark more longing than hours of touch. Send a message midday, whisper in her ear before leaving, "You're mine," then walk away. As Epictetus taught, no man is free who is not master of himself. Restraint fuels attraction. Second, honor the kiss. Don't treat it as a doorway to something else, but as a destination. A slow kiss, a gentle bite on the lip, a touch along the jaw. These moments linger. Think of them as Seneca's words. It is quality rather than quantity that matters. One deep, mindful kiss outweighs 100 rushed ones. Third, the power of touch without urgency. A slow, deliberate massage. Let your hands speak without demanding. Trace her shoulders, her back, her hips, and pause. Tease more than you take. In life and in love, the delay makes the arrival sweeter. Finally, speak to her soul, not just her body. Whisper something that makes her feel chosen, valued, safe. It's not about manipulation. It's about connection. When she feels secure, her mind opens, her heart follows, and desire becomes effortless. Remember, the Stoic man doesn't chase moments, he builds them. Control your impulses, craft anticipation, and watch how she's drawn to you without force. As the Stoics knew, true strength is calm, and true desire is patient. A woman's body is not a race course. It's a landscape to explore. Too many men rush to the finish line, missing the art of the journey. As Marcus Aurelius reminded us, the art of living is more like wrestling than dancing, and here, the dance matters. Start from the edges, the neck, the shoulders, the collarbone. Kiss with intention. Tease before you touch. Let your lips trace a slow path, building anticipation with each pause. When you finally reach her most sensitive places, it will feel like the culmination of a story she's been writing in her mind. Every woman has a place that disarms her completely, her weak spot. It might be the inside of her thighs, the small of her back, her hair, or even her wrists. Finding it is not about interrogation, it's about observation. Watch her breath, listen to her voice, notice the subtle shift in her body. As Epictetus said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Let her reactions guide you. Then there's the forgotten art of closeness without full contact. Dry touch. Clothes still on, bodies pressed together, moving slowly. This isn't about denial, it's about amplifying desire. In Stoicism, restraint is not weakness, but mastery. Holding back intensifies the moment, making the eventual release far more powerful. And never underestimate the power of scent. A consistent, clean, masculine fragrance becomes a part of your presence. Over time, it lingers in her mind, triggering memories and emotions whenever it returns. Seneca wrote, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." The same is true here. Prepare the moment with care, and opportunity will reward you. In all of this, remember, the Stoic approach is deliberate, patient, and aware. Not just touching her body, you're creating an atmosphere where her mind and heart willingly meet you. Some moments are both intimate and unguarded, like sharing a shower. It's not only about the heat of the water, but about the trust in being fully seen. When you invite her into that space, do it with playfulness, not pressure. Wash her. Hair slowly, let your hands trace her back, her hips. This is not about rushing to pleasure, but about honoring her presence. As Marcus Aurelius said, the best way of avenging yourself is not to become like the wrongdoer. In intimacy, don't become like those who rush and demand. Be patient and attentive. Humor, too, is a powerful aphrodisiac. A laugh can disarm her faster than any touch. It lowers defenses, makes her feel safe, and draws her closer. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." In shared laughter, you create a moment that lives outside of tension or expectation. Even a small, playful text, an inside joke only you share, can spark warmth in her heart. These are seeds planted in the mind where attraction quietly grows. As Epictetus advised, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Bring lightness to her world, and she will naturally associate you with comfort and joy. The Stoic man knows that intimacy is more than passion, it's connection. Whether through touch, shared laughter, or simple presence, he creates an atmosphere where she feels both seen and valued. In that space, attraction isn't forced, it flows. Desire is as much a story of the mind as it is of the body. Too often men forget that anticipation, patience, and subtlety can awaken far deeper emotions than rushing ever could. The Stoics taught mastery over self, and in intimacy, that mastery becomes irresistible. Creating closeness without immediately seeking the end is an art. Keep your presence calm, yet intentional. Let her feel your attention in the way you stand close, the way you look at her, the way your voice lowers. When you speak, as Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Your control over your own impulses sets you apart. There's also strength in small acts that signal care. Remembering her favorite tea, fixing something without being asked, or offering a reassuring touch in moments of stress. Seneca's wisdom fits here. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. Attraction thrives in the space where respect and kindness meet. Even in passion, let your movements carry meaning. A slow kiss before you part, a warm hand on her lower back when guiding her through a crowd. These are gestures that speak louder than grand declarations. As Epictetus reminded us, first say to yourself what you would be. You have to do. Decide to be the man who makes her feel secure and desired at once. The Stoic man doesn't chase every fleeting moment. He builds an unshakable presence that draws her in naturally, without force. In a world obsessed with speed, he chooses depth, and that makes all the difference. In the end, true attraction is not about speed. It's about building a story in her mind before you ever touch her. Many men focus only on the physical, but the Stoic understands that the mind is the greatest erogenous zone. Layer each moment with care. A playful message in the morning, a subtle touch in the afternoon, a glance that lingers just long enough to spark thought. These are the threads of connection. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When you shape her thoughts with respect, warmth, and intrigue, her feelings will follow. It's not about overwhelming her with grand gestures, but about creating consistent, meaningful interactions. Seneca's wisdom reminds us, well-being is attained by little and little, and nevertheless is no little thing itself. Every small act, every patient pause, becomes part of the foundation. When you bring humor, lightness, and sincerity into her world, you invite her to relax. In that space, attraction grows naturally, without force. Epictetus wrote, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." You cannot control her feelings directly, but you can control the presence you bring into her life. So, the Stoic man does not rush, does not plead, does not push. He simply becomes the kind of man whose calm confidence draws her in time and again. In that stillness lies the deepest power in the kind of desire that lasts.